Today we're watching I Tried the Most Expensive Hike. Go like, comment, subscribe,
Expensive hike in America. It costs more to hike this trail than it costs to visit Disneyland. But
what?
it's not just
To
expensive, it's remote.
To hike? Why? They better give me water and give me snacks. Come on, man.
Tucked hundreds of miles from civilization, this trail takes 3 full days to complete. It's long, brutal, and scorching hot. So why does it cost so much? Well, supposedly it's one of the most epic and breathtaking hikes on Earth, surrounded by surreal turquoise waterfalls and crystal clear natural pools unlike anywhere else. You need a permit just to get in, and they're so rare some people wait years to score one. I'll be hiking deep into Havasupai, the hidden gem inside the Grand Canyon, to find out if the price tag is actually worth it. And here's the catch. I have to carry everything I need on my
Yep, I'm not going
back. I'll be crossing rivers, trekking through otherworldly landscapes, and chasing what many call the most beautiful waterfalls on the planet. But here's the wildest part. There's a secret village deep in the canyon which I will pass through, where the only way to get supplies is by mule. Most people don't even
a secret village.
know this exists. I can't wait to find out what makes this place so unique. Let's go begin this epic adventure. Ready or not, here we go.
Way too much.
Alright, I've just gotten my car parked and said goodbye to civilization for the next 3 days. This is the official start to the trail right here. So from here, first I have 8 miles to Supai Village, and then an additional 2 miles to my campground where
Damn, an 8-mile hike?
I'll be spending the next couple of nights. So Supai Village is the most remote village in the United States, and there are only 2 ways to get there. You can either take a helicopter in for about $100 per person, or you can hike the 8 miles. Although I do feel like a big part of this experience is getting to experience nature in the Grand Canyon, so I feel like you'd be missing out on that if you took the helicopter ride in. You might be wondering why
I bet it was hella expensive.
this permit is so hard to get and why it's so expensive to hike here. Well, the main reason is because Havasupai is on an Indian reservation.
Havasupai.
The Havasupai tribe limits the number of people that can start this hike each day. So once a year they'll open up a reservation system where you can go in and book any day of the year, but it will typically sell out within an hour or so, and it's very hard to get the dates you want. But the alternative option is they do have a cancellation list. So if you're looking to book this trip more last minute, which is what I did, it's a lot easier to get a reservation. So I kept a close eye on it, and there happened to become one ticket available for this weekend, so I snagged it immediately. The cost of the ticket is $455. That gets you
$400.
3 nights and 4 days camping here. You can also pay extra for a mule to carry your pack down or for the helicopter ride. They say that the reason they limit the number of people coming in per day is they want to conserve this natural beauty of Havasupai and don't want it to get overcrowded, which I truly appreciate. And so I can't wait to see all the waterfalls and everything for myself and find out if this $455 price tag is worth it.
That's more than Disneyland, for sure.
First 2 miles have actually been relatively easy so far. You're also probably wondering why I'm starting this hike at 5 o'clock in the morning. Well, the Grand Canyon is notoriously one of the hottest places in America. It can get up to 115 degrees in the summer. So best thing to do is start super early, beat the heat, and get to the waterfalls and cool off later in the day. Also, you are required to bring everything in with you, your food, your water, your camping gear, but the tribe fills up these little boxes along the trail with water bottles.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
To keep you hydrated along the way, which is really cool. So if you're using this video as a guide to do this hike for yourself, one thing to note is you have to check in for the hike before you start at a little hotel that's about an hour away from here. It's called the Caverns Inn Motel. It's a classic, quirky Route 66 motel with all of the weird things you'd expect at a hotel like that. But you can check in for your hike the day before, which is the most efficient thing to do, and then spend a night in a hotel nearby so you can start this hike really early. So that's what I did. I got a great night's sleep last night, woke up about 4 o'clock and made my way over here.
He's walking pretty quick.
I am about 4 miles in now, 2+
4 miles in.
hours. So making good time, feeling good. Honestly, this trail is super flat from here on out after the initial switchbacks. The reason we have these two beautiful canyon walls on either side of us and have a flat trail is because there used to be a massive river flowing through here. So it carved out a perfect path for us to hike through. One fascinating thing about Supai Village is that they actually have a post office there. It's the most remote post office in the US, and the logistics of getting supplies in and out is quite fascinating. I've been passed by mules a bunch of times on this trail, and this post office is the only post office that still uses mules to get their mail and other supplies. So the nearest post office here is 75 miles away in a small town called Peachtree, and there's a walk-in freezer at that post office. So they'll store refrigerated goods, all the mail, and then they'll drive it out here by truck, load it up on the mules, and the mules take it to the village.
That's
This
pretty
place
cool. That's pretty cool though.
It's beautiful. Wow.
The mule little thing. So there's a bit, I mean, it's gonna be a while for you to get your supplies.
I think I'm starting to understand why this hike is so expensive. Look at this. I mean, come on. Everywhere you look, it is just picturesque,
It's
beautiful,
nice. It's nice. $400 worth? Probably not.
and peaceful. Part of what makes this reservation system and hike so special is that other hikes just like this, Zion, Bryce Canyon, even other parts of the Grand Canyon are just jam-packed with people. And don't get me wrong, there are still people on this trail, but not nearly as many. Look around, it is just peaceful. And so really, I think you're paying for this right here, to have this all to yourself.
You just see like a mountain lion or something.
I've just made it to Supai Village. This is absolutely
Supai.
epic. At first glance, it kind of looks like Radiator Springs with the massive red rocks blowing up, homes right in front.
I like how it says, no pictures beyond this point through the village.
Glance, it kind of looks like Radiator Springs with the massive red rocks blowing up,
First thing my boy does.
homes right in front of them. They don't allow pictures and videos inside, so I'm gonna go walk through it and then I'll do my best to re-describe what it looks like, and there are some photos on the internet as well. I am officially blown away. I was expecting Supai Village to be a couple houses and a post office. It is an entire city. There is a restaurant, a school, a hotel. I just went to the cafe and ordered a bacon, egg, and cheese breakfast sandwich, and it was one of the most delicious things I've ever eaten. The entire city spans over a mile long, and there are 636 people that live there full time. If you were blindfolded and dropped off in the middle of that city, you would have no idea you're in the middle of the Grand Canyon, hundreds of miles away from civilization. Such a cool place. All right, it took me about 3.5 hours to get to Supai Village, and now I have 2 more miles to get to the campground where I'll set up camp. Also, the Havasupai tribe has lived here for 800 years, and I'm just
Dang, 800 years.
so curious what made them decide on this. I know there's the water source, but like how long did they hike before they're like, yep, this is the spot? Anyway, such a cool experience. And if you're watching this, you need to come visit here. I haven't even gotten to any of the good waterfalls yet, which is why everyone comes here. And I already feel like I could turn around and go home right now and I'd be satisfied. This is so unique. And coming up on Havasu Falls right now. Let's check it out. Oh, wait, this isn't even Havasu Falls. This is just a random waterfall on the side of the trail. Look at this. Casual. Well, as you can see, I'm not wearing a backpack. One of the locals just came by on their Polaris Ranger. So many questions. How'd they get that down here? Helicopter? No way, right? Anyways, they were going down to the campground and they offered to carry my bag for me. What a nice gesture. This hike is so much easier without a pack. Or my bag just got stolen. One of the two. No way, right? Look, over there, a little more. Havasu Falls! We made it! I have seen so many pictures and videos of this place online, and I always wondered if it would live up to the hype in person. That is way better than I could have ever imagined. I need to go get in, I'm so hot. I'm gonna fall. And look at that, my pack is here. Behind a barbed wire fence, but it's here. That was a close call. So the locals who brought my pack down, brought it down to the campground, which is a little ways away from the waterfall. The way the campground works here is it's a first come, first serve. There's a bunch of spots all around and you pick whatever's open. So I'm gonna try and find a good spot.
Like no animals, nothing.
My only thing I'm looking for is I want it to be right on the river so I can jump in and cool down if I need to. And once I set up camp,
Yeah, I'm sitting up right next to the table.
then I'll go back to Havasu Falls and have a proper swim. If you're curious about the drinking water situation like I was, there's one natural spring here called Fern Spring that you can fill up all of your water. It's so cold. Looks like there's a bunch of campsites open, but most of them aren't right on the river, so I'm gonna keep looking.
think this might be my spot. It's far from everything and there's no picnic table like some of the other camps had, but it's shaded, it's secluded, it's right on the river. What I've read online is that a lot of times you have to camp one spot the first night and then wait for somebody to leave the next day and take their better spot. But all in all, not bad. Before I do anything else, I have to test out the water at my new home. This is gonna be the most refreshing dip in the world. Woo! Chilly, but that's how I want it. Oh, it feels so good. Woo! Oh. Nothing more refreshing after a long hike. I've never used any of this stuff before. My tent, sleeping bag, pad. I bought it all new for this trip. So let's see how long it takes me to set up the tent. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. I'm gonna cave and read the instructions. Not proud of how long it took.
20 minutes.
But I've got shelter.
Here it is.
All right, almost got all my stuff unpacked here. This is the part that's going to be challenging. As you can see, it is not self-inflating. This says you have to step on this part right here and manually pump it up. I have a feeling this could take a while.
What?
To my own surprise, it actually worked. It's not half bad, look at that. All right, I've got all my stuff unpacked. I'm settled in at my new camp. I even have my backpack hung up, which they recommend doing, not to protect your food from bears, but rather from critters like squirrels.
That's what I'm saying.
Mice that will sneak into your bag while you're gone if you don't hang it up.
Mice?
Don't fall. And now I can finally go to Havasu Falls. But just look at that. That is what you hike the 10 miles for right here. Look at the color of that water. I need to go get it. Woo! This is just one of a handful of waterfalls here at Havasu Pai, and this isn't even the biggest one. So this is just a warm-up for what we're going to be experiencing tomorrow.
Oh shit.
For some reason my audio went out right here, but what I was saying is that I have a goal to do all of the most epic hikes in the world. I've already climbed Mount Everest Base Camp, Mount Fuji in Japan, the tallest mountain in Africa, Mount Kilimanjaro, and now this. Let me know which one I should do next in the comments.
When I first got here, there were people everywhere right here. And now I've just waited long enough that most people have left, and it's super magical. So I'm gonna try and go to all the waterfalls really early tomorrow, be the first person there, because it is so fun having this basically all to myself. Up at the top of Havasu Falls,
Pretty cool.
there's this little shack run by a local family where they serve a local dish of fry bread. It's a flattened piece of dough, and then on top there are beans, beef, lettuce,
Good.
cheese, tomatoes. There's a little sauce station over here. This is $17, which feels like a steal given the location that we're in right now. But this place just continually blows my mind. Like, I was not expecting to eat this up here. All right, first piece of fry bread.
The highest peak is the highest.
Yeah.
Dude, it's amazing. The bread is perfectly fried and the beef is delicious. Just gets better and better.
Look at my perfect little spot. I almost forgot, there's one more thing I brought that I need to set up. I think I've had this hammock for 5 years and maybe used it once. So it's time to change that. I hope I set this up right. Oh yeah, look at that. Right next to the river, relaxing. Life is good. Well, it's only 7 p.m., but I'm exhausted after today's hike, and I want to get an early start on the morning tomorrow. So I think I'm gonna hit the sack. It has been a really fun day, and the temperature is finally starting to come down. I'm here in early June, and it was very hot today, not gonna lie. But as soon as the sun went down, the temperature is very pleasant now, and looking forward to getting a good night's sleep with this beautiful white noise behind me. Good morning. So campfires are not allowed at Havasupai. But what you can use are these little jet boils, which is a little propane tank with a flame on top, and you boil your hot water. So for breakfast, I'm having some oatmeal today. Also, it's chilly this morning, which was a wonderful surprise after how hot it was yesterday. I was super happy to put a jacket on. Here's my little oatmeal hack to make it actually taste good. Put a scoop of protein powder in there, chocolate, mix that all up. Now you have high protein oatmeal and it tastes way better. I mean, I've had some cool breakfast spots before, but this one's definitely up there on that list. All right, let's go get the day started. All right, so the plan for today is I try and avoid falling in this river.
All right, I'm gonna finish this off later. Like I'm scrap. Okay, turn the oatmeal. Whoop.
Bye, have a great time.